Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up in our own doings to do something. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope you forgive us. We just didn't realize how special the earth was. Like a marriage gone wrong, we didn't know what we had until it was gone. For example, I'm guessing you probably know it as the Amazon desert, right? Well, believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest, and there were billions of trees there, all of them gorgeous. And oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you, trees are amazing. I mean, we literally breathe the air they are creating. They clean up our pollution, our carbon. They store and purify water, give us medicine that cures our diseases, food that feeds us, which is why I'm so sorry to tell you that we burn them down. Cut them down with brutal machines, horrific, at a rate of 40 football fields every minute. That's 50% of all the trees in the world gone in the last 100 years. Why? For this. And that wouldn't make me so sad if it weren't so many pictures of leaves on it. You know, when I was a child, I read how the Native Americans had such consideration for the planet that they felt responsible for how they left the land for the next 7 generations. Which brings me great sorrow, because most of us today don't even care about tomorrow. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we put profit above people, greed above need, the rule of gold above the golden rule. I'm sorry we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit, overdrafting animals to extinction, stealing your chance to ever see their uniqueness or become friends with them. Sorry we poison the ocean so much that you can't even swim in them. But most of all, I'm sorry about our mindset, 'cause we had the nerve to call this destruction progress. Hey Fox News, if you don't think climate change is a threat, I dare you to interview the thousands of homeless people in Bangladesh. See, while you were in your penthouse nestled, their homes were literally washed away beneath their feet due to rising sea levels. And Sarah Palin, you said that you love the smell of fossil fuels. Well, I urge you to talk to the kids of Beijing who are forced to wear pollution masks just to go to school. See, you can ignore this, but the thing about truth is, it can be denied, not avoided. So I'm sorry, future generations. I'm sorry that our footprint became a sinkhole and not a garden. I'm sorry that we paid so much attention to ISIS and very little to how fast the ice is melting in the Arctic. I'm sorry we doomed you, and I'm sorry we couldn't find another planet in time to move to. You know what? Cut the beat. I'm not sorry. This future, I do not accept it, because an error does not become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We can redirect this. How? Let me suggest that if a farmer sees a tree that is unhealthy, they don't look at the branches to diagnose it, they look at the root. So like that farmer, we must look at the root and not to the branches of government, not to the politicians run by corporations. We are the root, we are the foundation. This generation, it is up to us to take care of this planet. It is our only home. We must globally warm our hearts and change the climate of our souls and realize that we are not apart from nature, we are a part of nature. And to betray nature is to betray us. To save nature is to save us. Because whatever you're fighting for, racism or poverty, feminism, gay rights, or any type of equality, it won't matter in the least. Because if we don't all work together to save the environment, we will be equally extinct. Sorry.
We live in a wonderful world, full of life, full of colour, full of beauty. But in recent years, our world has been devastated by hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, and droughts. What does the future hold for planet Earth? The place we all call home. Climate change could destroy the world that we live in. Scientists predict that within 50 years, many parts of our world could be under 20 centimeters of water. We can prevent this if we all work together. There is still time for us to save our world. Solar panels, wind farms, and underwater turbines are being used to produce renewable energy. These are sources that can be used again and again. Although there are still many more things that we can be doing. Things that you and your family can do together. You can reduce the amount of waste you produce. This can be done by being more resourceful with the things that you use and buy. You and your family can recycle many items in your home. Just look at what you can reuse. Jars, bottles, bags. Did you know that 100,000 tons of carrier bags are being thrown away every single year? This is the same weight as 70,000 cars. You and your family could put a stop to this by simply reusing your bags rather than just throwing them away. Many items that you use can be recycled. Cans, bottles, paper, even electrical goods and food can be recycled. It is important we don't just throw these items away. Your used can could easily become part of a new car. And your used glass bottle could be made into new windows for your home. So, make sure you use a recycle bin every time. There are many simple things that you and your family can do around your home. Plant a tree in your garden and watch it grow. Make compost with your leftover food and grow new food. When the weather is nice, hang your clothes out to dry. All these things could not only save the environment, they can also save your family money. What we have right now is a chance to preserve our future. Tell your parents, your grandparents, and your friends to do the small things that count. We must take it step by step to make sure that you have a future to grow up in. Person by person, family by family, community by community. Together, we can make a difference.